Okay, this episode, I'm just showing one of the YouTubers I like to watch a lot. She's really good. She's called Survival Lily, and she's a true prepper and survivalist, and she does a lot of outdoor woodsman type stuff. Um, anyway, she just put this out. It's May 21st, 2022. She's talking, and she's from Europe. I think she's from Germany. I forget now, or Sweden. Um, but anyway, I've been watching her for a few years. She's got a great channel. So you go to YouTube and type in Survival Lily, and you'll be able to check out all of her videos. I highly recommend her. Anyway, she's talking about the recent inflation, which is at a 40-year high, and over there in Europe, here it's at least a 40-year high in the USA. But she's talking about things that are recently going on over in Europe. So the government's trying to say is only a 7% inflation rate, which is a total joke. Go to the gas station, prices have gone up 100% in just 12 months since, you know. So, but anyway, she's going to go into, I'm going to just play part of her YouTube video here. And hopefully Survival Lily will appreciate my plug for her channel. I don't, usually do this, but she broke down all the different types of fuel prices and the percentages. So let's just hear her. Here we go.
Really bad news, and I think it's going to become even worse than this. So right now in Austria we have a inflationary crisis of about 7%, but I think actually that's a lie. At least if you would put all of the products that people can buy into a basket, it would be much higher. Especially it's much higher for energy prices. So here you can see in this article from an Austrian newspaper, and it states that the energy prices have risen 42.4%. That's more than 7% inflation. And that's if you compare March 2022 to March 2021. So that's a 1 year comparison, and the inflation is 42.4% for the energy prices. So it's crazy. Gas has gone up 45% in the last year. Diesel has gone up 55% in the last year. Natural gas for heating my house has gone up 73.1%. Electricity only has gone up 16.6%, so that's not too much, but still, 16% is a lot. And if you heat your house with oil, then the price increase is 118.5%. That's insane. So you would pay twice the price this year than the years before. So yeah, I think that we are close to hyperinflation. Hyperinflation starts at 50% inflation, and now we are at 42.4% with the energy prices. So it's really crazy. It's not going to get better from here on, so this cannot end well. So either we will have a Great Depression or hyperinflation, or I don't know what's happening next, but it will be really bitter. Especially for poor people and people from the middle class, it's not going to get better here, because prices are high, but also taxes are very high. So at the end of the day, people can be happy when they don't get homeless and they have to live on the streets. So we really have to take action and prepare for this. So now how can you prepare for hyperinflation? Well, the money on your bank is not going to get worth more, so maybe it's better to buy all of the things that you think you will need in the next 2 years. Of course, for most people that's not possible, but for example, if you think that you would need, I don't know, some kind of tools for working, or maybe a new laptop, or maybe some more food rations, then consider buying those things now, because in a year from now they can be 50% more expensive, or they can be unavailable because of all of the supply chain problems that we have, and they are not getting better because of the lockdowns in China. So this is a very vicious cycle that is very concerning to me. So my plan today is that I want...
Okay, I thought she did a very good narrative there, especially about one of the biggest bills we all are experiencing now, which it seems like the governments don't want to consider. When they say 7% inflation, that's totally ridiculous, because your main expense is fuel. Could be to heat your home, could be to run your car, your vehicle. That's your biggest expense, that and food. And food prices have gone crazy too. I mean, I'm talking here in the USA. I would say I'm seeing 20 to 30% increase just in the last year, since Sleepy Joe got in there, our president in the USA. He's been shutting down our oil lines in the Gulf of Mexico. He's shutting down the leases there. He shut down the Keystone Pipeline completely from Canada. He's cut off 16 billion barrels of oil from Alaska, and that's what's causing... this is May of 2022. In the last year, our fuel prices have gone up over 100%. When Donald Trump was in there, President Trump, I was paying $2.25 a gallon, $2.25 to $2.35 a gallon. In a year and a half, now I'm paying over $5 a gallon for gasoline. And some areas like California, they're paying over $7 a gallon for gasoline. And as Survival Lily stated, gasoline and oil and diesel prices are skyrocketing also over in Europe. So anyway, it's another episode I'm doing on the economy. It's the most important thing that's happening. We're going into hyperinflation, or we're in it already. And by next year, 2023, just expect to see the soup lines, the food bank lines, people trying to get food to increase or double, at least double or triple. Right now, the food lines are 4 times longer than they used to be a year ago. So next year, just expect a very good possibility of deep depression, even here in the United States, which is considered one of the more economic countries in the world. So we are going through it. Europe is going to go through it. And when you start to see this kind of stress on society, you see higher crime rates, you see wars breaking out between countries, because all of a sudden now they're being cut off or boycotted or whatever, and that brings out wars. So anyway, I just thought you should prepare like Survival Lily is talking about. If it's tools, if you can get like food that's got a long shelf life, dehydrated foods are very good. Anything that's dehydrated. Certain canned goods will actually last for quite a few years too. So I would recommend stocking up on food, preparing for how are you going to purify water if your water shuts down. Where are you going to get your water? How are you going to purify it? Water, you only last, 3 days without water? It's one of the most important survival things you can have. So do you have water filters? Do you have Berkey filters? Do you have chlorine if you have to stabilize and kill the bacteria in the water if you're getting it from a lake or a stream? Have you done all that prepping? If you haven't, you're in serious trouble because things aren't getting any better. There's nothing, at least in the USA, that indicates things are getting any better. It's like almost turned into a socialist country here. I can't believe it. I've lived here 63 years. I was born and raised in the USA. I can't believe what's been going on since this guy, Sleepy Joe, Joe Biden, our current president, since he took over. He's trying to go to clean and green, except he hasn't set up anything for the people to go clean and green. He wants you to take get an electric car that can go 50 miles each way to go to work or to go visit your friends and relatives or whatever. And that's ridiculous. And there's no charging stations. So you can only go 40 or 50 miles away from your home. That's what he wants you to do. Setting up windmills. Well, there's only a few. I just went all the way across the United States. I only saw a few little areas where there were windmills. And the thing about windmill generation is you need wind. And there's a lot of times when there's no wind, so you got no electricity. And to charge your electric car that can go 40 miles, before you have to turn around and go back home. Solar power, only like 10 states. It's practical where you have enough days of sunlight. Most of the country has overcast conditions, rainy conditions, and solar won't work. Okay, so you're not going to generate enough electricity to run a home in 40 out of the 50 states. So anyway, it's a good episode by Survival Lily. I see she's concerned. I'm concerned. I don't see anyone coming up with any good ideas in our governments across the country, across the world, I should say. So, anyway, like I say, check her channel out. She's called Survival Lily. She's got excellent videos. I've probably seen all of them. So, this is Eagle Eric on YouTube, signing out.